Grand Rising Kings, Queens, Gods, and Goddesses, multi-exclusive dimensional being Kai with another exclusive. Today's video is going to be about Sun in Pisces, Moon in Libra. So as y'all know, Moon is just shifting into Libra. So we got basically supposed to act out on Libra nature's manners. Not be full direct, but basically learning how to relate to people, places, and things, spectrums, our duties and obligations. Feel me? To where we need to get from point A to point B to point C. And every day is a challenge, but every day is up to you to show the universe, are you up and ready for the challenge? Are you going to let these challenges overthrow you? Or you basically going to take care of your personal endeavors and get right to the responses? This way, things will reflect on a greater patch and a greater version, and you're not being stuck up into the rave, into the web of somebody else's desires and somebody else's passions and integrities. So for instance, like 2020 is almost here. We 10 days away. Feel me? The 21st is March 2020, which is a new year, which starts a new phase. That's where spring come into play. The planet is awakened. The planet is growth. For me, everything is coming to nature now. For me, it can't be a new year if everything is dead and hidden. For me, that means it's death. There's nothing new going on. It's death. Things is hidden. Things is not into surface level. So this government shit created this whole purpose of this new world order, January 1st, New Year shit, and they got you believing in that illusion. And every time, it's like everything is a ritual and an agenda. So every time you basically go out January 1st and pretty much act out these natures of celebrating, thinking it's a new year, which is basically death, detriment, trees, branches, everything is not into play. Everything is falling down. If you basically correspond and act out in these rituals, then you're just basically feeding somebody else's imagination, somebody else's illusion, somebody else's desire. That's all you're doing. And when you do that shit, you're not benefiting because you coming out of pocket, you spending and doing all this extra shit, benefiting somebody else's imagination. But you're supposed to come here with 3 of your powers that the overall God gave you, which is spiritual belief, spiritual imagination, and spiritual creativity. So once you lack these 3, you give it to somebody else. Somebody else can go do whatever they want to do with it. And depending on how you vibrate, which is your chakras, your frequency, vibrations, energies. If you're not vibrating high, then you're going to get washed up under the current. That's pretty much what it is. So yeah, it's 3 a.m. I'm about to run through these energies real quick and see what y'all basically going to be expecting on a day-to-day surface. And it's very important to actually know what you're about to indulge into, so this way you'll be way ahead of time and things won't actually drain or reciprocate you into terms and conditions of you actually showing resistance. Because once you show resistance and you give up, then you're not going to basically be trailing. You're going to put your spirit into turmoil, you're in trials and tribulations, and stop it from getting from point A to point B to point C. So it's very important to be consistent. This way you can knock out the stars. You can control the stars, control the planets, control the energies, and they not using it to turn it against you. So basically keep you backtracked and sidelined it. So yeah. So basically, Sun in Pisces, so that's dealing with the dreams, the imagination, how you bring things to surface level, how you express it. And this is what we do every day, but y'all gotta understand and understand that these are opportunities. So the opportunities for you to actually start planting, growing your seeds, and getting in tune with yourself, the time is now, right? There's no time to be sitting back, procrastinating, thinking about illusions. I mean, we can dream every day, but are you putting your dream-like state beings into play? Are you putting it into characteristics? Are you acting out on these natures, or are you just sitting down using your imagination and getting lost into your imagination, where you're not supposed to get lost into your desires? You're supposed to come in and create, grow your fruits, grow your labors, and actually plant them for growth. And that's pretty much what we need to come here to do, whether we working together or whether we doing it by ourselves. But remember, teamwork makes the dream work. So the moon is in Libra now, so that's relating to That's relativity and collab. So if you at work, you're going to experience people, places, and things coming together, communicating, expressing themselves. Or if you at work, you're going to witness people, places, and things coming through to help you and having balance and harmony, which I experienced earlier. Before I even deep dive into the energies, I'm like, oh yeah, it's Mooninlibra. So, we came to here, we worked together, we distributed the mail, because the person, place, or thing, they wasn't actually in action during that process. So we came together, we distributed the mail, and of course, I got it to customers, relating to them on a day-to-day basis, whether it's customers, whether it's people you're around, or whoever you indulging with. So that's basically dealing with the relativity. Also, we got Mercury and Aquarius. So that's dealing with the mental, that's dealing with how you think, and feel me? And being that it's Aquarius, and it's basically reflecting, you're going to be socializing in an unconventional way. You're going to be coming up with ideas and concepts, and it's going to be fast and quick. Feel me? But being that we got all these alignments, depending on what your natal chart is, there might be some kind of resentment, depending on how you vibrate, depending on what kind of alignment you're persistent on. These things is going to actually harm or bring you up. And depending on how strong you is, whether you're a water sign, air sign, fire sign, earth sign, depending on how you vibrating is where you need to get to from utilizing these energies to perfect and go into your favors. So that's on a day-to-day basis. But we also got Venus and Taurus, so that's dealing with values and goals, whether we're dealing with it structure-wise, sociability-wise, or day-to-day routine pattern-wise. So these are our values and our desires. So Venus, love, and is conjuncted with the Taurus energy. That's an earth sign. That's practicality right there. That's what we love. That's our material possessions and stuff like that. Feel me? If you want that new car, you got to go within. You already got to act out in the natures of already having that brand new car. And the more you do that, you show the universe that you're not wanting, you're not praying for it. You're already having it and experiencing the frequency, vibration, the energy, which the universe is only looking at. And once they see that your shit is up there, they're going to get you that brand new car right at your front door. But you got to have consistency and you got to be disciplined. That is it. That is all. We also got Mars and Capricorn. So that's dealing with powerful intentions, passions, aggressions, and it's relating to whether it's your career goals or what you want to accomplish. So if you want to be a technician, you know that you got to actually go within. Say you want to be a technician, but relate this to your dreams. Man, and depending on how good you are and consistent you are, it's going to start creating a big orb for it to actually manifest and come into existence. Through Capricorn. What is Capricorn? Structures. What is Capricorn related to? Saturn. So that's dealing with practicality, surface level, and we actually bring it up structure to actually build on our goals and our obligations and what we need to actually manifest and be persistent on. Our mothers and fathers opposites. Feel me? So we also got Jupiter and Capricorn. So that's insight with others. Jupiter and Capricorn. So that's insight with others. That's faith, spirituality, hope. So being that is in Capricorn now, but that's dealing with practicality and structures, we can be expressing our spirituality through people, places, and things, which can be our mothers and fathers, getting other people, places, and things onto spirituality, on our wisdom and knowledge, on what we growing and expanding these things and actually putting people, places, and things into existence, whether we got information and wisdom about something, we want to know something, or we want to relate things to people. Feel me? Being that we got this in Jupiter and Capricorn, it's going to be a lot of people relating things at workforce or career structure. So just watch out for that. Saturn and Capricorn, so that's the deepest. Saturn and Capricorn, so that's dealing with deep feelings and motivations. So that's Saturn and Capricorn. So that's dealing with 8th. So Saturn and Capricorn. That's dealing with how you change things and matters, and whether you need to go back to the drawing board, whether you need to handle things that's actually gonna persist on what you need to change as far as you uplifting and getting to point A to point B. Whether you want to reside or look forward into you actually becoming what you want to become in this world, finding your true purpose. And it's basically how you dealing with this. This is the time now to actually start prepping, because once we get into 2020, it's a new year, and if you vibrating low, things ain't gonna go in your favor. Feel me? Gotta start growing your fruits now. Get them ready and prepared. We also got Uranus and Taurus. So that's basically, Uranus is freedom, and Uranus is dealing with you being free, actually expressing that, and Taurus is dealing with earthly matters. So this is going to be freedom, this is going to be social, and of course, being that Uranus is in earth practicality, this is dealing with the new age. A lot of people going to be having a spiritual awakening. A lot of people going to be expressing a spiritual awakening. A lot of people going to be communicating with it, digging deep into it, and finding themselves. So it's a time to actually rebel and get freedom and spirituality. And dealing with that through Taurus, we can be doing that with desires and finding new ways. Also, people actually investing into gemstones, and also, of course, beads and crystals. So that's another way you can look at it like that. Also, people just having their spiritual awakening at this time. So that's what's going to be happening. Also, we got Neptune and Pisces. So that's dealing with, Neptune is with the unseen realm, which is occult mysticism, and also Pisces is basically Sun is in Pisces right now, so that's an opportunity in grand scale right there for you to actually get up on stage and express how you feel about ways and why you want to express yourself and be open to people, places, and things. Now is the time to get good deed to relate that to the world and express it and push it over and share it. Sharing is caring. We also got, what the fuck? We also got Chiron and Aries. So that's dealing with how we change ourselves in the social structures, what our deeply rooted patterns was going on, what was keeping us stagnated, what was keeping us down, and what was keeping us out. So now is the time to actually find out what you need to work on as far as self, and you got to do that in an aggression way. Being that the Chiron is in Aries. Chiron is a healing wounded warrior right there. So you got to be dealing with your personal issues. You got to do it through an Aries way, aggression, passion, and depending on how you consistent with this, it's gonna dictate and determine what you need to do surface level, hair on and hair out. Also, we got Sun and strong sextile with Jupiter, so that's expansion, growth. People gonna be witnessing new ways of actually finding out what's gonna actually work well with them, whether they see it through people, places, and things, whether it's gonna benefit them and put them on a motivative style, and that's dealing with Jupiter. So now is the time for wisdom, knowledge, and expansion and growth for you to actually plant this inside of you or get the answers within, which of course is what we need to do on a day-to-day basis. For me, don't always go with people information. Go within, question things, use your common sense, and you will actually realize that it wasn't really that hard for you to get this outcome of information and understanding of things. You actually took precautions and went within and found out things about yourself and got deeply rooted into things that you need to invest in. Also, Sun conjunct with Neptune, so that's expansion and compassion. So being that the Sun is in Pisces and is conjuncting with Neptune, this is time for you to actually utilize your imagination, your dreams, creativity. Bring that into existence in the yin realm. Do it first. Travel your dreams. Say what you want to manifest. Have it. Psych your mind up, subconsciously train your mind and program your mind to do that. This way things can actually go into your favor. Feel me? That's what we came here to do. The moment you stop being active, the moment you stop thinking, the moment you stop being consistent on things, is the moment you're gonna witness you being used as a vessel for another spirit to take out its duties and obligations, and you don't want to do that. That's why you need to get you some crystals. Program these crystals. Make sure you put in good intent into it, into everything that you utilize on a day-to-day scale, day-to-day structure. So it's important to take precautions. And also, fuck, my eyes is bugging. Ooh. Also, we got Mars sextile with Neptune, so that's psychic attunement, and Mars is dealing with self, so that's like your first house. And being that Mars sextile with Neptune, the fuck, Mars sextile with Neptune, so that's dealing with the dreams. So of course you're gonna have a drive, a forethought, a passion to actually dream of what you want to manifest to surface. Because remember, teamwork make the dream work. So of course, you gotta think of it first, you gotta act on it, and you gotta bring it into existence. And that's dealing with the yin realm first. Once you act out on it, once you daydream about it, once you actually have a mind state of it, and you bring it to the dream realm, you can bring it out here into existence. That's on a day-to-day basis. Also, we dealing with Sun sextile Mars. So that's push. Now is the time to push your goals forward. Don't wait till the 21st to do it. So if you want to go vegan, now is a good time to go vegan. Start doing it now. Stop waiting. Stop waiting for this date. Stop waiting for this outcome to actually take shape and form. Know and understand that you need to act out on these things now. This way, once you get to that surface level, once you get to that endeavor, you can actually be prepared and be more forceful with how you handling things. Don't wait till last minute for you to actually start taking things serious. It's not, now is the time to take shit serious. Take advantage of these opportunities and energies. And with your acting out in the right nature, things can go your way. Feel me? Don't wait. Don't procrastinate. Get busy. Get serious. Also, we got Sun sextile Pluto, so that's renewal and healing changes, good or bad. So being that the Sun sextile Pluto, there's an opportunity because the Sun is in Pisces. So now's the time for you to actually go to the drawing board, plan out what you need to do. And yesterday was the 10th, so Mercury left the building. So what you need to do now is actually start getting prepared, because when we go into this new year shit, and if you ain't planting good seeds, and if you ain't prepping yourself, then your ass gonna get prepped and controlled. Your ass gonna get washed up under the current. Your ass gonna be the one that's in fear, and you don't want to do that shit, because at the end of the day, if Pluto gotta come change things for you, and you ain't changing things on your personal endeavors, Pluto gonna knock all your shit down. That's change. That's transformation right there. That's death. It's gonna kill all that shit, and then boom, it's gonna be a new year. You're gonna keep experiencing the same shit if you ain't making changes yourself, and it's gonna be very harder, because the longer you wait, the harder it gets. So imagine how much time you waited to actually do something, and realize you got so deeply rested and rooted, and now it's difficult to do it because you wasn't psyching your mind up. You wasn't using your imagination toward what you wanted to do and manifest. Now it's so difficult for you to do it, especially if you ain't got support. Especially if you're a weak ass spirit. Moon square Mars, so that's emotions. So the moon is dealing with the feeling and the emotions, and if it's squaring Mars, that's dealing with passions or how you want to reflect on things. Or that's dealing with obstacles that's in your way, blockages, things that's actually getting you or hitting you. Feel me? And depending on what kind of natal alignments is in your charts, that's gonna dictate what you need to work on as far as you actually getting through that obstacle and making your way through. Feel me? That's why it's good to be strong. That's why it's good to meditate, go within, clear your mind, rejuvenate, get all those spirits that sit on your body all for you. Feel me? Psych your mind up, program your mind. Don't bite into fruits and feelings, emotions, and ideas, and thoughts and concepts that's gonna basically put you in a negative state, put you in a Dalmatian state, and put you in a vibration that you don't want to be in. Because remember, your thoughts, your feelings, and ideas ain't yours. Especially if it's sending you thoughts of you actually having negative doubt. Feel me? The only time it's gonna be yours is if you feeling some kind of energy, and feel me, and you in the wrong state. And that's that's for you to understand and understand, to have common sense and learn how to read between the lines and read people, places, and things, energies. This way you won't get caught up into circumstances, situations that's gonna necessarily take shape and form to transform a situation And things is only going to get worse, especially if you ain't spiritually inclined. That's why it's always good to meditate before you go outside. So you can be open and realize certain things that's going to take shape and form before it happens. And also, we got Venus in conjunct with Uranus. So freedom. So Venus is love and desire. So if it's conjuncted with Uranus, which is freedom and rebellions, and being able to actually get through things, like you can just say that, like love and desire, you're going to have the freedom in the will to do this. But if you're on the negative side and you just utilizing this for negative things, then you're going to see yourself being a manipulator, and you're going to see yourself actually putting yourself in these circumstances and situations. But you got to understand and understand, people, places, and things, some people know what they're doing, some people don't know what they're doing. So some people use their energies, some people use their alignments, and just take shape and form, and this plays out on a day-to-day basis. So that's just how it plays out. I mean, you're either going to use or be used. And be careful. Your spirit always going to tell you. Your gut feeling always going to alert you and let you know what's up. It's up to you to actually realize what you need to do and take step forward to actually bend out things and not let it actually take control of you and take control of your life. Oh, shit. We also got Venus and... I said that. We got Jupiter sextile with Neptune. So that's creativeness right there. That's wisdom and knowledge, abundance, growth, spirituality, and that's with Neptune, which is spirituality unseen. So these are opportunities for you to actually dive deep into your waters of whatever you really want to manifest. Whether you want to find out some information about you, yourself, or somebody else, now is a good time to actually dive deep, feel me? Get things done. Find out things about what's going on in your realm. Get information. This way you would know that you really didn't have to actually get information off of Google and have to get information from people, places, and things. You actually experienced it behind the scenes. You went back to town travel. You went back to actually take the necessary steps for you to actually get what you needed to look for. So that's dealing with Jupiter sextile, and sextile is always opportunities and advantages. So depending on how you vibrating high, you're gonna be able to get that advantage and that information. But if you vibrating low, then things is not gonna come into your way. Feel me? And just by you vibrating low, you put yourself back down there in hell, where you don't need to be. You need to be up there. Always keep your vibrations high, whether you sleep, whether you're in your dreams. It plays out on an everyday daily basis. Whether it's dealing with people, places, and things, how you express yourself, like what kind of state of being you in, everything goes surface level. We also got Jupiter conjunct Pluto, so that's basically Jupiter is basically expansion and growth. Pluto is death and transformation, so that's desire. So that's basically what people, places, and things need to be working on towards before we get into 2020. So if you still dealing with fear tactics, you need to actually go within, cleanse, get out those programs, whatever spirit, whatever body, whatever parasite, whatever demon is in you that's basically putting you into scare tactics and biting feelings and emotions and ideas into you physically. You need to understand that these spirits take shape and form. And remember, things that's not seen, things that's hidden, it's something that you receive. So basically you receive an energy. Energy goes into you and create what it want to create for you. Programs. Get out of those programs. Don't get sucked into them shits. Because when you get sucked into it, it sucks you up. It drives you out, which is 333. That's a manifestation. That's 9 right there. 333. We all will manifest. 333. We all will be rich. 333. We all feel great. 333. We all are successful. 333. We all will manifest. 333. Everything will go smooth. Everything will manifest. 333. And it's 333 a.m. 333. People, places, and things in this world will wake up. 333. People will get Jupiter wisdom. People will get knowledge. People will expand. People will grow. People will relate. 333. That'll manifest. 333. You will be successful. 333. You will be powerful. 333. You will get through turmoils and obligations and duties. 333. You will find yourself. 333. You will go within. 333. You will get your priorities straight. 333. You will connect with your higher self. 333. You will stay focused. 333. You will be aligned. 333. You will be successful. always, every time you have synchronicity, you always got to actually make a wish. Whether you're dealing with people, places, and things, feel me? And share it. I'm telling you, it's important. Also, especially being that it's 333, that's 9 right there. You come from the 9th dimension. You come from a higher realm, feel me? You in 3rd dimension, then you got 3 more dimensions before you get to 6, then you got 3 more dimensions before you get to 9, and it basically comes back down into 3. Remember, life, no, there's 9 numbers, so anything that's added is just more weight, feel me? And that's pretty much how it goes, and that's pretty much how it plays out. Also, damn, let me hurry up. We also got moons. Damn, what the hell? Moon square Jupiter. So that's basically dealing with comfort, security, and thought. So being that the moon is in Libra right now, that's dealing with security. That's dealing with harmony and balance. So if you got any issues and circumstances, situations, and catastrophic events going on, now is a good time to balance these things out. Now is a good time to analyze and go to the drawing board, see what makes sense, and realize. And also we got that in Jupiter. So that's dealing with knowledge and wisdom. So that's basically you realizing you receiving something back by you actually aligning what's need to be taken care of and what's need to be arranged on a day-to-day basis. And it's very important to be consistent on these things, because if you let it overthrow you, you're going to be on the opposite side of energy. And you don't want to be on the opposite side of energy. It's not good. Also, we got moon square Jupiter. Moon opposite with the charm, so that's emotion, dealing with healing from the past. So moon is the opposite in Aries right now. So Libra is dealing with relativity, and the moon is dealing with the feelings, the internal, your feminine side, your waters, your fluids. Feel me? Your soul, what you did with what happened to the past. What are the things that reflected? What are the things that harmed you? What are the things that took shape and form? Feel me? Now is the time to understand that 2019 was a tough, long year, but are you ready to actually get things done and take shape and form, and realize that what you went through and what you've been through, are you going to let it affect you in this new year? Or are you going to actually rebel and be strong and have a strong moon? Use your strong moon to get through these circumstances, situations, obligations. Everything that you create is what's basically going to manifest. So if you on the right side of energy, everything gonna go into your favor. If you're on the wrong side of energy, everything not gonna go into your favor. Also, we got moon conjunct with Jupiter, so that's caution of success. So wait, Mars, yeah, moon, whoa, Mars conjunct Pluto, what the hell? Mars conjunct Jupiter, so that's caution of success. So being that Mars is aggression, passion, desire, is jumping, Mars conjunct Jupiter. Jupiter, wisdom and expansion right there. So that for you to have self determination, and you're actually looking for answers. I'm being attacked right now. This shit is crazy. And Jupiter is growth, so that's wisdom, and that's relating to. So whatever you relating to as far as self, your determination to relate that to Jupiter is a good time. So for you to actually bring these two planets together, it's things what you need to work on, things that's actually stopping you, things that's actually putting blockages in front of you. That was a good time to fight through these things. Feel me? Get those inner demons out of you. Stay consistent. Go to the gym. Stay healthy. Feel me? Feed your body with nourishment and care. Right there. Feel me? Also, we got Mars conjunct Pluto. So that's chaos leading to healing. So being that we got Mars conjunct in Pluto, aggression, power, desire, and pushing a step forward. This is conjuncted with Pluto, so that's definitely transformation right there. So any changes that you need to be working on right now as far as self, now is a good time to take care of it, because if you let these two same planets, which is Mars and you got Aries and you got Scorpio into these charts, things can really be kind of skeptical right now. So depending on how you vibrate and how you aligning things, you let these energies overtake you and overthrow you, then trust me, it's not gonna be a good side. That's why it's always good to take care of things, especially when Pluto is in direct. You don't want Pluto taking care of shit for you. I mean, of course, we all got Mars in us. We all got aggression. We all got passion. We all got desire into us. So it's very, very, very important to actually take time in this too. We also got Jupiter in conjunct with Saturn. So that's basically framework right there. Jupiter is expansion and growth, and it's with Saturn. So every time you expand and growth, you're always gonna have, like, this basically every time you get more money brings more problems. Every time you get more issues and more things, it brings more problems. Now, if you gotta be disciplined. You gotta have disciplinary actions regarding these things. Because if you actually taking on so much things, you're actually taking up on so much things, and you're not actually balancing and actually having structures. Things is gonna run chaotic. You feel me? Things is gonna be all over the place. Things is gonna be scattered. That's like having a big home, moving into a big home, and you're bringing more stuff into that home. Then you're gonna have more things to work on, more clothes to wash, more food to be made, depending on how much people is in that home, more things that you got to take care of, more responsibilities and duties and obligations that you need to take step into actually getting what you need to get done. So that's dealing with data alignment. That's on a day-to-day basis. Whether we intaking shit, receiving shit, and it plays out deep. We also got Moon square Jupiter. So that's basically Moon square Jupiter. So that's Moon in Libra right now, and that's dealing with information that we need to be relating to, whether it's dealing with people, places, and things. So that's on a day-to-day basis. I already did that. I'm sorry, y'all. Mars conjunct Pluto. Yeah, I already did that. Jupiter. I already did that. Saturn square Uranus. So that's basically Saturn is dealing with things you need to work on as far as structures, as far as discipline. And Uranus is freedom, rebellion, and actually things that's gonna actually make you free. And if you trapped somewhere, and if you're actually in a situation that's holding you back, now is a good time to actually reflect these things and understand that you need to be working on things that's gonna basically get you from point A to point B. And if you on the wrong side of energy, then Saturn is gonna overthrow you, and Uranus is gonna overthrow you. You're gonna keep giving your freedom and energy to things outside of you. And remember, you're supposed to believe into yourself, not other things that's outside of you that's gonna stop you from where you need to get from point A to point B to point C. We also got Saturn conjunct Pluto. So Saturn is like conjunctive with Pluto. So that's seeing your downfall, seeing what you accomplished so far, and seeing what changes that's needed to be done in order for you to actually get through these obstacles. So now is a good time to be reflecting on what you need to be taking care of as far as getting to the next shift and getting to the next outcome of where you need to get through in life. So that's pretty much it. And for the houses, feel me? So first house, that's dealing with personal issues. So whatever you need to be working on as far as what you need to be relating to, or whatever relates to you, you need to work on that. Second house, that's dealing with values and your possessions, your materials. So if you got a lot on your plate right now, and if you're actually going through terms and phases of dealing with things, for me, learn your limits and learn your restrictions. Use some Saturn in there, and also, of course, use that Libra energy. Have balance and harmony. So whatever's is overtaking you, you need to know not to indulge into that. You need to know to go back to the drawing board. You need to know how to be disciplined, write things down. And also, third house, dealing with thinking and communication, conversation. There's going to be a lot of that being that the moon is in Libra. So this is how you relate to people, places, and things. There's going to be a lot of openness. There's going to be a lot of conversations and things going on. Fourth house is basically dealing with the care energy. So It's going to be a lot of relating with the family, homes, the domestics, and stuff like that. You're going to be witnessing a lot of family members coming up to you, communicating with you, talking to you. Or if they're wrong, or if they're on the opposite side, then they're going to basically be in their cage. And you're going to experience, you're always going to experience people, places, and things communicating with you, whether they're using their mouth, using their mind, or their feelings. You're always going to catch the vibe. They're always going to catch the feeling. So now, 5th house, this is how you relate to people. This is how you're dealing with relativity in a dramatic way. Dealing with the outer world, how things is expressed. So if you're on the right side of energy, fruits and labors will go your way. If you're on the wrong side of energy, you need to know that you need to be working on self-expression right now. And you need to actually get through that phase and get through those obstacles right now. 6th house is dealing with basically relating to like how you feel about your health, how you feel about structures, organizations, ways, concepts, ideas, bringing the two together. So there's going to be a whole lot of seriousness dealing with that as far as what you need to be relating on, things that you relate to in your 6th house. 7th house is already in this phase of relating to right now. So it's gonna be a whole. If you're in the 7th house right now, energy it's gonna be a whole lot of relating to do, whether with people, places, and things, and yourself. Of course, understand, overstand. Self come first. So once you get self submitted, you actually be able to actually be admitted to what you need to also work on as far as dealing with relativity. 8th house is dealing with desires, sex, transformation, manipulation. It's going to be a whole lot of relativity to that too. Also, 9th house, that's dealing with spirituality, relativity, and how you actually punctuate these things, whether it's good or bad. You need to go back to the drawing board. You need to express it. Yeah, a lot of people with their 9th house, they're going to be expressing their relativity and their spiritual strength with people, places, and things. 10th house, that's dealing with structures, how you build. So if you're on the good side of energy, you're going to be relating with people, places, and things. You're going to be catching good vibes. You're on the wrong side of energy, you're going to be told about yourself. Also with 8th house, with the desires, you're going to be told about yourself, what you need to relate on, how you need to be more open. You crawling too much being in the cage. You need to learn how to ride out these energies on a day-to-day basis. Because remember, these are opportunities and chances for you to actually get up there. For me, act out in the energies, and things will go persistent. Things will go in your way. Also, dealing with 9th house, the way you express your spirituality. Don't be too open, feel me? Don't be too open. Relate, but don't be too open. Don't get overexhausted. Feel me? Protect your energy. And also 11th house, that's dealing with how you basically reflect on things, how you associate yourself, how you socialize with people, places, and things in the arena, how you relate to people, places, and things. It's going to be a whole lot of relativity, and people relate with you well, then things can go in your favor. If you're on the negative side of energy, you're going to be related to shit that you don't like relating to. And now ain't the time to be on your separation tactics. Now it's time to be open and relating to things, waking people up, getting them to understand and understand what they need to do, what they need to work on, what they need to pay attention to as far as getting up there into the charts. And 12th house, that's dealing with dreams, relating to your dreams. And every day we gotta relate to our dreams. Every day we gotta relate to things that we know. Everything we gotta relate to our subconscious, our unconscious, and our consciousness. And we need to do this and be consistent on a day-to-day basis. This way things can reflect and go into our favors. And if you're on the verge of actually being consistent and getting things done, things will always go into your favor. But if you're on a turmoil and on the opposite side, things is not going to go into your favor. You're going to be relating to illusions. And illusions hold weight, depending on how much weight and how much emotions and how much thoughts and ideas and imagination you put through that. So are you doing it on the good scale, or are you doing it on the bad scale? Now's the time to reflect on that. And that's pretty much it. And that's the moon dealing with Libra. That's dealing with relativity, how we relate to people, places, and things, or relate to ourselves, or how we can relate to our internal endeavors, which is the sun is in Pisces. That's how we basically do that. And I need to relate to me going within, because I'm all over the place today. But that's a good and a bad. But that's pretty much what the energies we're going to be experiencing Next phase will be Moon in Scorpio. And that's pretty much it. Multi-exclusive dimensional being Kai with another exclusive. Shit.